Your lower back has been trying to warn you for a long time. That slight pain after your workouts? That's not growth. That's your spine quietly saying, "Stop doing this to me." But you ignore it. Because you've been told your whole life. Sit-ups build abs. So you keep going. 20 reps. 50 reps. 100 reps. Thinking you're getting stronger. But you're not. You're just getting better at an exercise. That isn't even working properly. Let me explain. When you do a sit-up, you think you're training your entire core. But in reality, you're mostly using your upper abs. Your lower abs, the part that actually gives you that tight, controlled core, are barely involved. Why? Because lower abs don't just flex. They control your pelvis. And in a sit-up, your feet are planted. Your hips are locked. Your pelvis barely moves. So your lower abs, they're doing almost nothing. That's problem number 1. Now here's problem number 2. Progression. You start with 20 reps. Then 40. Then 80. But what actually changed? Not your strength. Just your tolerance for repetition. You didn't make the exercise better. You just did more of the same thing. That's not progression. That's just repetition without purpose. And now the biggest issue. Every single sit-up you do puts pressure on your spine. Again, and again, and again. Day after day. Week after week. That pressure builds up. And one day, your back starts hurting. And you won't even connect it to your workouts. So what should you do instead? There's a better way. One exercise that fixes all 3 problems. It's called the hollow body hold. This one movement changes everything. First, it trains your entire core at once. Upper abs and lower abs. Working together. The way they're supposed to. Second, it actually gets harder as you get stronger. You don't just add reps. You increase difficulty. Which means real strength. Real progress. Third, it's safe for your spine. No repeated compression. No unnecessary strain. Just controlled tension where it matters. Here's how to do it. Lie on your back. Press your lower back into the ground, completely flat. That's important. Now lift your shoulder blades slightly off the floor. Extend your legs out. And hold. What's happening here? Your upper abs are engaged. Because your shoulders are off the ground. Your lower abs are firing. Because your pelvis is tilted. Everything is working together. Not 80-20 like sit-ups. More like full activation. Try holding this for 20 seconds. You'll feel it immediately. Most people realize right here. Their core isn't as strong as they thought. And this is where it gets better. You can scale it. If you're a beginner, bend your knees. Shorter lever equals easier hold. As you get stronger, straighten your legs. Lower them closer to the ground. Now your core has to work much harder. To maintain control. And if that's still not enough, add movement. Hollow body rocks. Small controlled rocking motion. Log rolls. Rolling side to side while holding position. Now you're building stability, control, and strength. All at the same time. Quick form check. Lower back pressed flat, no gap. Shoulders slightly lifted. Neck relaxed, not strained. And don't forget to breathe. Train this 2 to 3 times a week. Start with 10 seconds. Build to 20. Then 30 plus. That's real progress. Sit-ups. They're not completely useless. But they're far from optimal. Limited activation. No real progression. And long-term risk for your back. The Hollow Body Hold solves all of that. So if you've been doing sit-ups for years, yeah, this might be a tough pill to swallow. But better now than dealing with back pain later. And honestly, if you've been doing this wrong, what else are you missing? That's exactly why we created the Calisthenics Playbook. A step-by-step system to build real strength using bodyweight training. No guesswork. No wasted time. Just exercises that actually work.